Have you ever seen a TV show about people called hoarders? You know, the shows about people who can't throw anything away because they think that it is valuable or that they might need it someday. Their homes can turn into one big junk pile with stuff everywhere. Do these people have a psychiatric disease, or are they just plain slobs? More importantly, how can we tell the difference? I can relate to not wanting to throw stuff away for fear that it might come in handy one day. I have a couple of drawers in my workshop that are filled with odds and ends, mismatched hinges, metal brackets, and probably thousands of screws, nuts, and bolts. Every time I have a piece of hardware left over from some project, into the drawer it goes. Does this make me a hoarder? Before you answer that, reflect back on one of the ideas in the previous module, specifically the question about what makes a behavior abnormal. I think that the best criterion is whether the behavior helps or interferes with a person's functioning. While it's not always easy to decide where to draw the line, we can ask whether a given behavior, or a general tendency to behave in a certain way, such as the tendency to keep things that have no immediate use, helps the person function in the world, or whether it gets in the way. In my own defense, I'd say that my tendency to keep various bits of hardware is more adaptive than dysfunctional. While it's true that I often spend a long time looking for the right part, I usually will find what I need to get the job done without having to drive to the hardware store. And I can find my collection sites to just a few places. Compared to someone who has a real hoarding problem, I'm pretty neat. Another way of determining whether a behavior can be considered pathological is whether it causes personal distress. For someone with hoarding disorder, the hoarding behavior itself may not cause any discomfort. The distress only comes when someone suggests that they should throw some stuff away. Very often, it's the people who live with someone who hoards who have the distress. In this module, we will begin introducing you to the specific psychiatric diagnoses.